Well, hello there and good day. Thank you for joining us. I am FrostPDP. My kitten Ariel is over here, but I don't want to miss from the camera. Thank you for joining me. We are playing Baldur's Gate 3. This is Gale of Waterdeep, episode 112, I think. So we're on the astral plane. We're fighting a bunch of people that can basically kick some serious ass. We're just trying to figure out how best to deal with them because I guess our job is to fight Orpheus, even though I sort of like him as a character, and I don't want to fight him. He seems like a decent enough guy. Level 12. But I can't click on him to examine him, I guess, because he's too far. And, but I can't seem to unclick Karlach. Examine the little intellect of ours. Alright, so we're doing okay in this fight. Their prelate is dead. So our next thing to do is fight the Embergish. All monks, huh? Use the reaction to reduce the damage from a ranged weapon attack by 1d10 plus dex modifier plus monk level. I guess you can only do that once? Once per reaction, I mean? I'm just gonna jump behind you. Chopper 1. Damn it. Chopper 2. Hopefully I hit. I don't know. Here's my cat. Whoa. Well, we're definitely going to short rest after this fight, so let's fuck up your day. Oh, you're over here, huh? You schmucks grouped together. You shouldn't have done that. The only question is, which spell do I use? Cone of Cold probably creates an ice surface, which I probably don't want to do. 8 to 64 for a level 5 spell versus 8 to 48 that I can upcast. Make it 10 to 60. I like that it gives a warning that it'll break concentration. Yeah, let's go. Burn, baby, burn. They ate it. That's right, Errol. I'm not happy either. It was the level 5 spell completely wasted.
I must regain control of the Githyanki bricks.
Thank you, God. I got a boon at least, so I'm lucky. Your Shadowheart. You want to heal again? Yeah, you want to heal again, huh? I can call for a god to help me once. Okay, time to get unclawed from my shirt. Here's the thought. Depends on the range. Damn. Damn! Can't get a star in. Next turn. I'll move a Starian in. That was good. Good job, Shadowheart. Burned my last level 3 spell slot, but whatever. Alright, you hear is flat dead. Bonk. You missed. Permanent? What the fuck does that mean? Sucks that you can't cast a smite while you're raging because the Divine's Might would be really nice right now. Two 45s missed. Damn it! You're annoying. I see you looking at my hand. You're gonna bite me. No way. Not interested in giving you a chance to prove me right. Oh, I could have done this, huh? Just in case. Wow, I annihilated them, huh? That was a miscalculation on my behalf. I forgot about that.
Quickly.
The fuck did he do? Hey, game. Cool. What the fuck did he do and why is he seizing? Cool, nice advantage. The bottom is gone. I feel like there's usually stuff at the bottom there. Ooh, nice. Hi-oh.
Don't look at me like that. I am a mind flayer. Yes. Without me, you would be a slave to the Absolute.
It's obscene. To owe my life to a damned gate. No more lies, no more tricks. I will have answers!
You may call me the Emperor. An adventurer. I came from Baldur's Gate, though I was never one to be constrained by circumstance. I longed for more. That longing brought me to Moonrise Towers on a search for treasure. To a colony of mind flayers who caught me, changed me into what I am now. For years, I served the Elder Brain, the one you know as the Absolute. I was a thrall like any other, but I was fortunate. I broke free and started a new life in my own city. I sustained myself on criminals, unglamorous, but there are plenty of them, rarely missed, and they fueled me while I did my work. I had the good fortune to meet Duke Stillmain. We formed a partnership, and through her, I became the governing force behind the Knights of the Shield, the largest mercantile operation in Baldur's Gate. People referred to me as the Emperor. Such was my influence, though of course they had no idea what I really was. My needs were sated. I was happy for a while, until my true nature was discovered by the tyrant himself, Lord Gortash. He tore me from my home and brought me back to the Brain, where I became a slave once again. A slave he continued to call me Emperor. The name was intended as a slight, to remind me of the heights from which I fell. But I have grown fond of it. It encapsulates well who I've become. Prince Orpheus, son of the first leader of the Githyanki.
Orpheus? Impossible. He was slain by Justil Kithrak himself.
Quite possible, I assure you. His power has been the source of your continued protection against the voice of the Absolute. The power to disrupt hive-mind communication. It is the same power that enabled Orpheus' mother to bring about the fall of the Elitid Empire eons ago. A power she passed on to him, and that I leveraged for you. When Orpheus' mother left, a usurper took her place. Blacketh declared herself queen of the Githyanki. Blacketh wanted his power, but Orpheus rose against her, and so she sealed him and his honor guard within this prison. Bound by infernal chains, Orpheus could never leave. Bound by duty, his guard never would. They were close to breaking my honor, my prince. And if they had succeeded, we would be lost. I am relieved. You have embraced your potential enough that
I haven't used
eliminate them.
those powers
Alone,
once.
Orpheus will be much easier to control. Most certainly Orpheus. He is a threat to her reign. Some Githyanki still revere him in defiance of their teachings. Blacketh was safe as long as they believed him to be dead. But as you can see, he is very much alive.
I don't understand. The histories claim the prince was burned to ash in the skies.
Your histories are fabrications. The prince was not killed. As you can very well see, he was in prison. She kept him this way because she was reluctant to to eradicate such power. Power that she might one day wish to take from him. If the Githyanki ever find out what she has done, there will be civil war. Blackheath will be finished. A very good question. One that I have been unable to answer. That Orpheus lives at all is ruinous to Blackheath. She has done everything in her power to keep his existence a secret. That Gortash and the Chosen found out about it. This is impossible to explain.
You do serve
But it
gods.
was important enough to them that Gortash sent me to retrieve it. The moment I found it, I felt a change. My free will returning. I followed the feeling inside and found Orpheus. I realized what the prison was for. Containment. While my body was within the prison's bounds, my mind was free. I could resist the Elder Brain, the Chosen. Better yet, I could plan to overthrow them. All I needed to do was subdue Orpheus and find allies in the outer world. You. That would be a terrible idea. The moment he is free, he will attack you. Your only defense will be to kill him, and in so doing, he would doom us both.
Even though he is subdued, you feel Orpheus's revulsion, a pulsing hatred that cannot be contained. The Emperor is telling the truth. To him, you are just another wretched illithid.
You carry a tadpole. As far as Orpheus is concerned, you are already a Lithid, a sworn enemy, just like me. You are already more Lithid than you realize. It has improved you. You seek to reverse an inevitable process. A process of evolution. When I first escaped from the Elder Brain, I too railed against the change. But the longer I have inhabited this form, the more it has grown on me. Even if my original body remained intact after I transformed, I would not return to it. Doing so would only impose limitations. As an Illithid, I have far surpassed who I am.
It should have just been a Melium. It's the same exact story as a Melium, it's just a little different.
I believe we'll have a better chance of defeating the Elder Brain if you embrace your latent Illithid potential. I've been studying you for a while now. I believe I can trigger the next stage of your tadpole's life cycle while continuing to preserve your independence. You have seen what I can do. Imagine yourself with the same strength, the same intelligence, the same devastating beauty. If you let me, I can evolve you. The answer is twofold. One, I can, but it would kill you, as I told you before. Two, why would I? You have done well with the limited form you have, but you would do far better as an Illithid. So, do you wish to evolve or not? I understand. Let us hope then that your present self will be sufficient to deal with 3 gods of death and a giant magically enhanced Elder Brain. But in case you change your mind... look after it. Use it when you're ready to evolve. You or your allies. It has vitality enough for you all. But we mustn't lose focus. We need to resume our journey. You heard the Chosen. The Brain has gone to the city, and the army marches to follow. We must not let them reach it. We must find the Brain, and bring it under our control.
Objective noted.
Okay, we are going to select
protect you.
Your potion. Gall. Will be well.
Lovely little pick me up. On it.
Looting time? There's a good scroll to pick up, I guess. Level 6 spell.
Mine for the taking.
Symbolic drawings etched over forgotten text. Two figures, one an imposing female with a real aspect, the other devil, his face twisted with wry charm. Their hands meet in the exchange of an artifact, the astral prism.
Curiosity must be satisfied. Immediately.
There is nothing further I can do for you right now. Consider using my gift.
The orb hums with cerebral magic, permeable, impenetrable. Within it, the Githyanki prince is as silent as a corpse, but for the murmur of his powers being siphoned away.
Let's give this a try.
Begin, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. Let's find the potion. We're not playing, cat. Down you go. I probably spooked her with my little whistling. Though a thick coating of astral frost prevents this parasite from squirming, you feel an intense psychic weight writhe and roll within it. It has languished in the sea of the dead gods for countless millennia, learning, gathering potential. It is something old ready to become new again, and is ready for evolution. No, we're good.
More than just lip service.
Orpheus, Gith's only son. He lives. It is not the Gale visitor that Vlaakith would destroy and Voss would set free. It is Orpheus, the blood of the mother, the prince of the comet. And even more powerful still. It said he could bring 1,000 Githyanki to their knees with one command. Listen close. The Emperor spoke only in half-truths. For you to know the tale of Orpheus, you
I'm
must
listening,
know the
honey.
tale of Gith and of Vlaakith.
Bet my eyes
Long
affectionately.
ago, when we rose up against our Gale slavers, Mother Gith made for the Hells to secure an alliance with the Archdevil Tiamat. Tiamat gifted the Githyanki our red dragons. Gith remained in the Hells, and Tiamat's envoy proclaimed Vlaakith our ruler. The first Vlaakith of many. It is Vlaakith 157 whom my people now call Queen. Yes. Our current queen has claimed undeath and reigned for 1,000 years. But it was the first whom Orpheus tried to slay. Orpheus is Gith's only son. He led his mother's own honor guard in a coup against Vlaakith I. It was Kithrak Voss himself who slayed the prince in vicious battle. Or so the Varshes teach us. Yet the Prince of the Comet's been with us, subdued by that repugnant illithid. Should Orpheus go free, he would tear Vlaakith's empire to pieces and build new glory from the scraps. We meet Voss in the city, and we obtain the key to freeing Orpheus from his prison.
Medication time.
Every word Voss spoke, he spoke true. Orpheus is the living proof of the Queen's lies, and the living weapon that conquered our Gale slavers. One word from his lips, and the people would doubt. 2 words, and they would rage. 3 words, and they would bow to the true heir. If the Githyanki are to be free, the Prince of the Comet must lead the way. What about him? The historical slates describe Orpheus as a fearsome, terrible creature, powerful beyond measure, and enthralled by the Gale. So mad with power, he'd smash through the Githyanki Empire and deliver the shards to his illithid masters. And glowing with such psionic force that he and his red dragon blazed a trail through the skies. A lethal comet careening towards my people. Lies, of course. Vlaakith spread a false image of Orpheus as monstrous betrayer, and her knights as the butchers who sliced him through. She was right to fear him, I'll grant her that. So great is the comet, it could shatter her reign. The Emperor may be loathsome, but it's right. Orpheus can disrupt a Gale hive mind. A talent like that makes the Prince a powerful shield and a powerful weapon. Why destroy a weapon like that, when you can contain it in a relic and keep it for yourself? A weapon is only an asset for as long as it isn't pointed at you. The means of Vlaakith's own end has been ripped away from her. Better to have Orpheus killed than to risk his escape. Better to risk the rise of Elites than let the Prince of the Comet deny her the godhood she craves. Orpheus is honor guard, loyal to the end. Trapped by Vlaakith in the same prism holding their noble prince, fruitlessly hacking at the sphere that contains him. They see us as Gale, tadpoled husks in the Emperor's thrall. I regret their deaths, but I pledge to live as they perished, in the service of Gith's son. Very well.
By Balduran's bones, this is a lot to take in. Let's see if I've got
At this point, we're just going to talk, so if you're not interested in that,
We've
peace
been
out. It's fine.
carrying
It's
a
cool.
mind flayer around with us this whole time. 2,
You've probably seen this if you're a Baldur's Gate fan.
appearing as someone else in our dreams, cajoling us to embrace our new Elithid talents. 3, the mind flayer's been siphoning a Githyanki prisoner's powers to shield us from the Absolute's voice. Did I miss anything? How could I forget? One of Baldur's Gate's most distinguished figures, a mind flayer's ally. Sensational tales, aren't they? Almost unbelievable. With a narrator so unreliable, how do we tell fact from fiction? I can't pretend I have the answer, but I know the Elithid's right about one thing. It holds our fates in its talons. Until the Absolute falls, there's no getting rid of it.
Could the narrator be lying to us about stuff in this game? I feel like no, but, you know, that's an interesting line to include. Cat, don't sit on my keyboard.
There's been a mind flayer inside the artifact, or astral prism, the whole time we've had it. Sounds like utter madness, even though I've seen it with my own eyes. The more I learn, the less I understand just why I was sent to retrieve that thing. But it matters little now. I do not serve Shah anymore, nor the Mother Superior. The prism is no longer my mission. Saving my parents is. But I digress. Did you want something? Fine. What's on your mind? How are you holding up? Don't be so modest. I can't remember the last time I met someone like you. Perhaps I never did. And never will again.
I was like, what the hell?
Copper for your thoughts.
So, we owe our lack of tentacles to one of the very creatures that kidnapped us. And now it's offering us power, if we're willing to evolve. before anything else, I need to know where it's happening. To the public, Cazador is an ordinary noble. A little reclusive, perhaps, but just another of the great and the good of Baldur's Gate. He has a grand palace on the hills of the gate, where he hosts the city's high society. I don't know if he performed the ritual there. It feels too public. He'd risk exposure. Mephistopheles is one of the lords of the Nine Hells. Raphael is not going to let any ire be tracked back to him. Perhaps Raphael even will gain from setting us on this course, who can say? All I know is I need to unravel the secrets around Cazador's rituals. And I can only do that in Baldur's Gate.
If they had dropped that line at the start of the game, it would be cliche.
So your confidant was a mind flayer all along. Disquieting, to say the least.
So your mysterious artifact, tamer of parasites, is only another parasite itself. How do you feel? Knowing the cost of keeping your transformation at bay. No notions of heroism put you above human failings. I should know. I've had my share of songs written about me. Illithids are monstrous creatures. But in the end, they are only that. Creatures. And if it can, a parasite will keep its host fat, happy, and safe. Until it is finished feeding, at least. Am I comforting you? I am not comforting myself. Use the Emperor as it would use you. Or discard it. My days of doubting you are done. That speaks well of your taste. I've heard my share of bad ballads about things I never did. If you have questions, ask. Just don't expect my answers to rhyme. It was Baal alone we faced in our time. And, bad as that was, he had no elder brain for a lapdog then. Help won't come from the history books, or from any old tales I can spin you. This is your story to write. There. Have I fulfilled my role as your wise and wizened elder? I've passed enough years that counting them is a waste of what remains. Which is to say, yes, I am that old. Ask it. More than I would like. In my youth, I was a brief and very much unwilling member of a colony's hive mind. I felt the way they think, saw the world as they do. Foul, unnatural creatures who find the foulness in us and twist it to their will. But then, who am I speaking to? You have far more experience than I. I believe you. You remind me of another I knew, marked by forces beyond their control. The gods can grant power or strip it away, But so long as your will remains, you have the only weapon you need.
Cool. It looks like this will be the end of the day. And that's the end of this episode. I want to thank you all so much for joining me. If you enjoyed this episode, please hit the like, share, subscribe, friend, follow, or whatever buttons. It really helps the channel grow. It lets me know what you're watching, so I can keep making more of it. I really do appreciate it from the very bottom of my heart. I'm on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, Discord, all those good things. Links in the description down below, and as always on this channel. Pieces.